Welcome everybody to Cult of Collectors. Joined as always by Jody from Still Raising 4Ks and
Hello,
Charlie
hello.
from Charlie's Cinematic Universe. And we have a special guest this week, Blabbering Collector.
Hello. I
Welcome,
really liked
Blabs.
the little giggle at the very end of the countdown. That was
We
adorable.
all do. We all do. It's completely unnecessary, but we all love it.
I didn't
Yeah, the
expect
very
it,
first
you
time
know?
he played that, we all had a chuckle at it.
Yeah. It came up. We were all just laughing. Like, whatever that was. Okay.
So you're a Harry Potter collector, correct? Or you collect Harry Potter? I don't know if you're.
She's
Looks like
like,
you're a massive Harry Potter collector.
Yeah, I've been collecting since 2001, and well, that's been over 20 years. So
Damn.
it's accumulated a little bit.
just a little.
Just a little bit.
Very nice.
Just a
Very
small little.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's fine.
I've personally not read all the books. I've read a little bit. And have you read the books, or are you just a
Of
movie
course.
person?
No, I've read the books like 1,000 times. I've listened to the
Okay.
audiobooks, movies, everything. Big nerd.
What makes you like Harry Potter so much? Like, what is it about it that makes you go, I
When
love it?
When I was younger, my mom read me like the first 2 books.
Oh, okay.
I think even maybe the 3rd book by the time the first movie came out, and I really liked it, but I don't really remember liking the books. The first memory I have is watching the first movie in cinemas with my mom,
Mhm.
and ever since then it just took off. I just love the magic, the escape. Like, I played the video games as a kid, so it's also kind of that bit of nostalgia. Also, I loved it. Like, I loved being in that world. I loved all the characters, even like the really horrible, mean ones. I loved them anyway. And they were just so full of detail, and the fact that like it was so thought out so thoroughly from like book 1 to book 7, where they'd be like dropping hints that wouldn't really
Mhm.
mean anything until 5 books later, and you're like, oh my god, and you're like,
What are things that
just
you wish they
amazing.
kept from the book to the movie? Like, what do you wish that they would have actually said? You know, that would have been so cool if they kept that in the movie or
like
something.
all of Half-Blood Prince. That's like the worst movie in my opinion.
Okay.
It's like they put in the random scenes from the bar on fire that never happened in the books. The whole battle at the end of Half-Blood Prince, not in the books. I mean, Bill Weasley's not even in the movies until I should say it wasn't in the movies until like part 1 and part 2, and he should have been in there since movie 4 if they did it correctly. So like characters that were missing entirely, like Peeves. Nobody knows who Peeves is unless you read the books. So there's a lot of things I would for sure say, like, yeah, you should have put that in the movies, because now you just got and screwed yourself over for 2 movies later, you know, things like that. Like the mirror that Harry had in the 5th one, and then all of a sudden he just uses it in the 7th one. You're like, why does he have a mirror in a sock? And it's not even explained whatsoever. You're just like, don't know what it is.
That can get annoying.
You have no idea why there's a mirror in Harry's sock. Like, okay.
A lot of movies are like that, though. A lot of movies do that, and you're like, well, wait, where the hell did that come from? You know?
If you don't know, then you're just like, okay, what a peculiar thing to do, but all right. Roll with it.
I have the Harry Potter.
I do wish that there are extended cuts of the movies, but we've never gotten them physically. They only play them like on ABC Family.
That is true.
I don't know why.
I own them.
Do what?
I own them. Yeah, they're on the collector's editions.
Is it?
They're big. They're ultimate editions that came out like 2007, 2011, I think. There's these big box sets that come with a lot of like special features. It comes with you can watch the extended scenes of 1, 2, and a little bit of 3, and then 4. And then 5, 6, 7, and 8, there are no extended ones that you can see or anything. They've never been released. I don't even know if they exist. They probably exist, but who knows.
Other than a book
Keep it all.
collection, this is the only Harry Potter thing I really have. But this is a pretty cool set. I don't know if Jody has this too, but this is the Harry Potter.
The 8-film collection.
Is that the 4K still? Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have that.
Used to have.
I don't have that.
I used to have the Blu-ray one.
Yeah, I
had the Bluray one first, but that's a very nice. I love those steels. They look good.
Really big box. I believe it's called like the Wizards collection. They sell it on Amazon for like $1,000 or something.
I've seen that.
Like
that thing's crazy.
Yeah, I have that. Oh, that's nice. And then I have like the original DVDs from when they first came out. I never got rid of them because I'm like, these are too precious. These are like my first copies and all that. My parents have the UK edition, so
Yeah,
for,
that's what this
because they
is.
have an international
Yeah.
Blu-ray, so they can play it. And the first one says Philosopher's Stone, which to me, since I grew up on Sorcerer's Stone, every time they say Philosopher's, I'm like, that's so trippy. Even though I always listen and read the British version to actually hear it, it's just wild because I grew up listening to them saying Sorceress all the time. I'm like, that's weird.
Yeah, that one I just showed, I actually got from Jody.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
Well, considering that they didn't put a lot of things into the movies, I guess because of runtime and whatnot, I'll open up a can of worms. How excited are you for this whole Max series?
Yeah, so I did a stream with Gary, Ryan, and Garrett. I kind of shredded up, not gonna lie. I don't want it. I don't think it's necessary, especially when the last movie came out in 2011 and they didn't finish Fantastic Beasts. I get that it's not very popular, but there were 5 movies planned and they've only done 3, and there's supposed to be 2 others, and they have not announced anything for it. And like I understand, there's a whole bit of controversy with like Johnny Depp, the Amber Heard thing, then J.K. Rowling thing, and the movie itself wasn't just that great. Sorry?
And Ezra Miller, because he's a part of it too.
Exactly, and Ezra Miller. And now, Ezra Miller's character actually has an out now because his character, spoiler alert, is dying at the end of the 3rd movie. So he can be like, okay, bye. I died off camera.
Yeah, I have all the films.
Yeah, so I don't want it because I know they're going to do this whole race swap, bait and switch. It's no reason whatsoever, because if you pay attention to the books, you will see that there is plenty of characters who are not white, who have amazing characteristics. They have their moments to shine throughout. Yeah, they're not as prominent as the main trio, but it also takes place in 1990s Scotland, which the majority of the population is, lo and behold, white. So I don't understand the whole point of it. It just boggles my mind. Like I said, I don't really want it. I will be watching it for sure. I will hope that it's great. I hope that the casting's phenomenal and everything, but I don't see how they can top it. I don't see how they can top it. I mean, they had John Williams start off. You had like Maggie Smith, Alan Rickman, Julie Walters.
Oh yeah.
How can you top these amazing British actors? There's no one like them anymore, right?
I was about to say, it's hard to replace someone like them.
Yeah,
it's gonna be nothing but comparison, episode by
Especially
episode by episode. Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
For Snape, they're gonna be like, oh my god, no. And like, I get maybe they'll make younger actors because, like I said, Lily and James Potter died when they're 21, but in the movies they're like 40 or something, right?
Right.
So maybe they'll do it that way, like more accurate to the books, and perhaps it'll be okay. But I still can't see anyone else playing these roles. Like for me, when Richard Harris died, who played the original Dumbledore, I was not happy with Michael Gambon. I don't really like his version. He's really aggressive when he shouldn't really be.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I prefer Richard Harris.
I know what you're talking about.
Swapped over, I was like, yeah.
It would have been good to see him finish out the whole trilogy, but the whole saga. But like, I don't know, some of those like scenes as you go along, it's just hard for me to picture him doing them. It's really,
like he has his moments of aggression, and he's powerful.
Yeah.
But I mean, Michael Gambon didn't even read the books when he first joined in, and that's very obvious because of did you put your name in the Goblet of Fire? And he's like choking Harry when he's like,
oh, I know, like, what did you do? Like an angry grandfather.
So it's awful. And he's like, you're shaking Harry. I'm like, you don't put your hands on a student. Like, that was very obvious in Order of the Phoenix when like Marietta Edgecombe gets like shaken by Umbridge, and Dumbledore flips the shit, and he's like, you dare like touch a student? No, and he's got his wand pointing out and everything. And then, like the movie previous, he's like, oh, so like it's very contradicting. I'm like, you didn't read the books. I don't like that.
What'd you drink in there, Jody?
That's also should be. The director should control all that as well.
Yeah.
And
that should be homework. All actors and whoever's part of the movies should know what they're doing. Like that's just.
Who do you know? Do you remember who directed that one? I can't remember the directors of all
Goblet
of
of Fire, Mike Newell.
Okay. Yeah,
he did like Nanny McPhee, the Cinderella, I think. No, not Cinderella. What else did he do? He did Nanny McPhee, and he did something else that I totally.
It was Chris Columbus who did the first one, right?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
Chris Columbus did the first two, and then in the third one he helped produce it. But then Alfonso Cuarón did the third one. Then it was Mike Newell for the fourth one, and then David Yates 5, 6, 7, and 8, and then Fantastic Beasts.
You know what's funny when it comes to like behind the scenes stuff, and I noticed this when I was kind of just randomly watching the Zack Snyder's Justice League, when it tells you the people that are like production assistants or producers and stuff like that, Christopher Nolan's name came up, and I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
really? He was a
Christopher
part
Nolan
of the project,
was involved in Harry Potter.
huh?
Wait, Christopher Nolan? Did you say was involved in Harry Potter?
No, not with Harry Potter. I'm talking
I was
about
gonna
like
say.
behind the scenes stuff when it comes to other projects.
Oh,
You were
I was
fixing to
like,
blow
what?
her mind.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no, no.
no.
Sorry, no.
Yeah.
I'm really
Sorry for
confused there.
startling you there.
Yeah.
It's like, that's a fact. I didn't know that one.
Where did you hear this and who told you?
Yeah.
Harry
Yeah.
Oppenheimer.
Receipts.
Yeah, Oppenheimer. I was just saying, yeah, because I was like, really, he had a hand in helping financing for like the Zack Snyder Justice League and stuff like that. And and other projects are like that too. You find out names that are attached to them, and you're like, I didn't even know that person was actually attached to it, because you mainly hear like the main writers, main directors, but you don't know who all helped finance it, and so some words.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, I'm
yeah.
getting the same feedback for the new series coming up. I think we're gonna get a lot of the missing pieces, which I guess will be nice that we didn't have in the movies. But
Peeves and all that.
I think
it'll be interesting.
I think the whole thing overall is just going to be too distracting. I think I'm not going to be able to get into the story because all I'm going to be thinking the whole time is all the previous movies, all the previous actors.
They
and
have a huge task.
I just don't see the point. Like, make it in the universe. There's no reason to redo.
That's what
the
I
whole
said.
thing.
Like, leave Hogwarts alone. Go to Japan.
I agree.
Do something in Japan. The Wizarding World in Japan. I mean, they lightly touched up on like Makusa, Ilvermorny in America. Do something there. You can do something in Africa if you really want to go with the whole diversity inclusion stuff. Go to Africa then, right? They exist. Make a whole original story there.
They've got to ruin it for a modern audience, though.
Oh yes, of course. But the thing is, like, J.K. Rowling is also involved, so like it's like her baby. I don't see her really shitting all over it. But at the same time, she was all like, Hermione can be black. And I'm like, no, she can't, sweetheart. You even said it. You proved it in your books a million times that she couldn't be. So I don't know. Like, I was rereading the books a couple weeks ago when I listened to audiobooks. And in Half-Blood Prince, Hermione gets like punched in the face by a telescope from the Weasley twins in a box in the Burrow. And she is described as looking as half a panda because she's white and black and she's got one black eye. I don't think you'd say that to a black person. You look like half a panda. Like, what? They're black. It's all black. Right? Like, how would that go? So like, obviously Hermione is white just by that one description.
Yeah.
That's funny though.
There's a whole I did a whole article, like she said that Hermione was kind of based on herself. So I'm like, is J.K. Rowling identifying as a black woman now? Like, okay, cool. Like, what's up with that? And she said like Hermione was the perfect, like Emma Watson was the perfect casting of Hermione, things like that you're just like, well, this doesn't add up then, especially if you say that nowadays for a modern audience. Too
bad like Harry Potter happened at when it did, because if they were to have those same actors and say come up with the idea now for the Max and then have those same actors, then people wouldn't be so confused and have anything to compare it to.
It's true. Yeah. I don't know. I think they should just go and somewhere else, leave Hogwarts alone, try something new, because then you can expand on all the merch. You can expand on Universal Studios instead of remaking stuff. Like, I don't know if you guys saw, there was a press release with Warner Brothers and Noble Collection, and I don't know if you guys know Noble Collection, but they make the replicas for Warner Brothers, so Game of Thrones, Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, DC, they all have it. They even used to work with Disney at one point. They said they were going to do bring back like retired items like Harry's glasses, which they used to make, but now they retired them years ago, and they're bringing them back but reimagined because it's going to be for the new show, I'm assuming. So like you're going to have two of the same thing, slightly different, whereas if you just did two different items, because you'd be basing it off of like some other origin story, you know?
The originals were round. The new ones are going to be square.
But will they be? Because aren't they
I don't know.
round in the books? Like the description doesn't it say round? Like I swear it says round. So I'm like, what else can you do? Like it's a round black.
They'll be like
pair of
me and Jody.
glasses.
Yeah, it's oval.
Yeah, like maybe. Like I don't know what you can do with a round black pair of glasses. I'm like, what do you do? Put like tape in the middle? Like it's actually
It's a
described?
70s vibe.
Yeah, like I don't get it. And then they're saying that they're gonna reimagine like a whole bunch of other stuff, and I'm like, how many things can you reimagine? Are people gonna buy it? Because like the quality is gonna be a lot shittier than it was back in 2005, because that stuff is top notch compared to nowadays. The price is more expensive, right? It's more expensive and it's in shittier products. So like, who's gonna buy that? And will it like ruin the value of your original item too? So there's all these questions up in the air. I'm like, will my merch value increase or decrease with this new show? Is what I want to know. Because like this is like the third edition. If you think about it, you got your pre-film vintage stuff, like based on the books like based on the movies, then, and now based on the show. So I don't know what's going to be merch value. It's gonna be wild.
It wouldn't surprise me if they end up doing Fantastic Beasts as a show later on, like they're doing with Harry.
Maybe they'll even do it simultaneously to finish it off, because people have been yelling, saying finish this series, do something with it. Because it's just kind of like a cliffhanger, and I'm like, okay, well, you have to finish the story.
There's a lot of movies like that out there, though, that leave cliffhangers, and then there's nothing that comes from it.
Yeah, and they have the money for it. If they actually just take the time to write decent stuff and get like J.K. Rowling a script writer, that'd be great.
Well, that's why there's the writer's strike, because they want to use AI and all that crap that's going on. And I can understand their frustration, because there are people who dedicate their life, and passion for writing to do stuff like that,
Yeah. But then there's also so many of them that just write bullshit, and you're like, okay, well, fire those idiots and then give the good ones the pay raise, and everyone's happy.
I can agree with that part. Get rid of the people that actually don't have a passion for it, know?
There's too many cooks in the kitchen, as they say, so.
Yeah.
Hello.
What does that say, John?
Yeah, I'd rather just finish Fantastic Beasts rather than reboot Potter. Scottish Geek guy.
Mm-hmm.
Hello,
Scottish Geek guy. What's going on, man? He always pops in. I love that guy.
Yeah.
Hi.
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 Blabs also a gamer. I guess you're on. Do you still do Twitch, or have you switched over yet?
I have a Twitch. I don't really like how they're treating their streamers. So, and also honestly, Kick is just, I've had more fun on Kick lately. Yeah, I miss like the whole commands and stuff, where you can have commands typing in for your friends, and mods can have some fun with the commands. But yeah, Kick is where I'm at. Yeah, okay. I like streaming on Kick. I do like an e-thought watch on Kick also, which is where we just go and judge e-thoughts on Kick, which is really funny. So like we go and watch Amaranth for 5 minutes where she goes shopping, and I'm like, this is stupid. And then we'll go to the next person. There's this one girl on Tuesday nights who cleans a fish tank at 6 p.m. Okay. In her bikini. So we like to judge them.
That's how you win. Okay.
Yeah, right. That's how you
I'll
get
watch
the
that.
subs.
No, I'm joking.
It's pretty funny. So I do that on like Tuesday nights, every other Tuesday night.
It's like vacuuming your house in the bikini too.
Yeah, that's what they do. They do like the pole dancing. One of them tries to sing, and she's absolutely horrific.
Those are the best ones.
Then you got like the land whales who think they're like Victoria's Secret models, and I'm like, what you doing, honey? But anyway, yeah, so it's great.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know he did that. I might have to check that show out.
Yeah, those are on every other Tuesday night, like 7 p.m. They're also re-uploaded and like condensed on the Full Aussie channel. If you guys ever watched that, those get aired. Yeah. So the summary goes on.
I've never used Twitch. I'm not big on watching people play games. I actually watched the first episode I've ever watched of Side Scrollers last night. I just realized, and I like hearing people talk about the gaming industry and gaming, but I don't really like watching people game. I'm not a huge gamer.
There's more than just that on Kick and Twitch. There's like everything you can talk about, like
any
topic. I mean, they even have a hot tubs and pools and hot tub category. So, anything is on there. Just like an alternative to YouTube, really.
Yeah, I'm not so much into that stuff on there either. But I'm not a big gamer, but I've always been a big classic gamer. I was going to show you some stuff I picked up here lately. I don't
Would you
play a
play?
lot, but I've picked that up. The Sonic.
Oh yeah, see,
Origins.
I'm not like a classic
Huh?
gamer, so like Craig is breaking me in basically.
Yeah.
I
I
would
did
say I'm
buy-
more classic myself. So when it
Picked
comes
up
to like
10.
say NES, Sega stuff or whatever, yeah, I'm more of that.
So what do you what do you like?
So
Yeah,
when
like
I was a
stuff like that.
kid, I would play like
Nice.
on the PlayStation 1, I'd play like Harry Potter, Tarzan, Crash Bash with my sister, and then the PlayStation died. But then we had a PC, and so like I play like Roller Coaster Tycoon, Zoo Tycoon, the Lego games, like Lego Star Wars was like top tier, man, like shit. It was shit back then. And then Harry Potter, obviously. And then I had the Wii, so I'll play like some Nintendo games like Super Mario Brothers, the Mario Kart games, Galaxy, all those things. And there were obviously the Harry Potter games on the Wii because they, I switched over to like the Wii, and then I do Xbox. So I used to play Call of Duty. I used to play Apex. I don't really play Apex anymore because they removed the one mode that I like playing, which was the arena mode. I play like a lot of Jurassic World, which I freaking like because I love like Zoo Tycoon and all that stuff. Now I'm playing tomorrow I'm playing Contra with Craig, and he's gonna go and yell at his brains out and everything, so that's gonna be great. I play like Sea of Thieves, Dead by Daylight. Uno is really fun. You guys should totally try Uno one time. Just yell at each other while playing a card game. It's the best thing ever.
We already yell at each other.
Look,
That's fine.
add cards to it. Trust me, it's gonna be so fun. What else do I play? I'm gonna look at my freaking thing here. Let's see.
You know what'd be cool though?
Castlevania, stuff like that.
I have an idea. Is if you were to take the concept of Mortal Kombat, how it is, like how it's a fighting game, but yet a storyline too, do the same thing with Harry Potter.
Like just beat the shit out of each other, just dueling.
Hell yeah, got all those wands, magic, spells and everything. That'd be fun.
Well,
You
the
didn't
thing was,
mention
they kind of
Hogwarts
did
Legacy.
that. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
sort of, but like that's a single player game where people would love to have like online co-op. That'd be so awesome for Hogwarts Legacy. You go together and just like duel.
Did you like that game or?
I did not like Hogwarts Legacy. Okay. I thought the characters, there were so many characters in there that were very bland, one-dimensional because they went for the whole diversity quota, that they just made so many that you're just like, I don't really care about any of these characters. And then when like one of the characters die, you're like, okay, cool, I don't give a shit. And honestly, the story it breaks lore to begin with. So I was like, yeah. I mean, I liked the music. Some of the animation was fun. Some of the dueling aspects were fun, but overall, pass. I shredded it. It was funny. So I write articles for Geeks and Gamers, and I actually did a review on it, and it's like 6 pages long, and I never published it because I'm just shredding this thing. And I still have it on my Google Docs. It's just sitting there. And I'm like, one of these days when there's like some hype for Hogwarts Legacy, I'll finish it and I'll put it out there because it's just too late now, right? It came out in February, so I'm like, one day this will see the light of day. But yeah, I did not dig it, and they put out a collector's edition for the Hogwarts Legacy game, where you could buy like the game, and it came with a book and a wand, and like the wand floats and spins above it because it's magnetic, and it was like $400 or some crazy bonkers thing like that. I'm like, for this is like a piece of shit. So no, I didn't even get that either. You could buy like a Gentle Giant bust or something, something like of actual value for $400. Like, nah, keep your money.
I want to go to a Harry Potter store with you and just watch you try to buy things. And it's like, what is this?
Really,
what is this?
I'm extremely picky when it comes to Harry Potter stuff, especially stuff that's made today because the quality is just so crap as compared to like 20 years ago, right? Or even 10 years ago. So I'm really picky when it comes to stuff. Like, I don't really like. Do you guys know what chibi is? Like a chibi, like animation. They're kind of like anime, but not. I don't like that style. It's very popular now. Everyone's going crazy over it. I'm not even a big Funko fan, surprisingly. Like, I have maybe like 25 Funkos, which isn't that many considering like the massive amount of Funkos that are made, right? I only have like the collector's ones, like limited editions or stuff like that. But also like this guy is huge and he's just too funny, so I had to keep him, and he was a great price. So like bang for buck type of deal, and he watches me. But yeah, I'm not a big Funko fan. Like, I'm very, very picky when it comes to like collecting stuff, and I compare prices a lot. So if you go to like Universal Studios in like Orlando or California, whatever, Noble Collection sells their stuff there at a higher price. And I'm like, why would you buy it here when you can just buy it straight from Noble Collection and get like $10 cheaper? And people just don't know that. So like, y'all are silly, and I save my money, and they don't.
So you've gone to Universal Studios and done a Harry Potter ride?
Did. So I went back in October with the G&G crew. It was awesome. I nearly cried. I need to go back again because I was there only for 2 days and it wasn't enough to see everything and take it all in. Like the first day I went for all the rides, like I was like bam, 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 ride, because they take so long to get to all of them. And then the second day I was just literally sitting there on a bench looking around going, wow, all the details, just amazing. I could just sit there all day. I was like people watching, just looking at the detail. It was a good time. I mean, it started raining too, so I had to hide, but yeah, I loved it.
Nice.
Yeah.
I need to get out there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I'm like, how many hours away from a Universal? I think I'm about like maybe 4 hours, maybe 5 hours away.
You're closer than any of us, man. You're like right there.
You're in California, right?
Yeah, I'm in California.
Yeah, so that one is actually smaller because it's built like up high and they had to expand upwards, not out.
Yeah,
So
and then the one in Florida.
Mm-hmm. And Florida's the original one too.
Is that the one you went to in Florida?
Yeah, I went to one in Florida.
Nice.
I loved it. And I want to go back because I didn't really see anything else of Universal. I went on the Velocicoaster ride, which is that new Jurassic World ride, and that one was cool too. Like the animatronics and everything. Like, whoa. So yeah, that was awesome. And I rode with Quarter Black Garrett, and he was like screaming like a little girl the entire time. So that was fun. A good highlight.
That happens if I get scared shitless.
Yeah, well, I like roller coasters, so I'm always down for that.
Well, no, I mean, okay, so I like roller coasters, but I noticed that as I keep getting older, apparently my equilibrium is going away or something, because I went on a ride a few years back that like the spinning strawberries or whatever it is, but
that's a baby ride, Charlie. Come on.
No,
what are you
but
doing?
I mean, I was with my kid. Hello.
like,
but I noticed I couldn't even handle that anymore.
As soon as my kid's tall enough, they're getting on the crazy shit. We're spinning.
Oh no, my son's 15 now. We wouldn't go on those things now, but I mean, but I just noticed I can't handle those types of rides
anymore. Come on, son. Let's go cuddle up on the strawberries.
That'd be so nice.
Shut up.
That's what you do. That's what you do with teenagers. You got to get awkward. You gotta
embarrass them.
Yep.
Oh, it's easy to embarrass them. I do that all the time.
Oh yeah, it's super easy. Super easy.
Yell at them in public for no reason.
Oh yeah.
Well, no, it's funny because I remember when Jody tried to do his first like family movie night video, and one of his kids, he's just all like, "So what do you think?" And there was this awkward like silence between the two of them, and he did these close-ups on each other, and he goes, "Well, anyway, you know."
Yeah. I intentionally edited that to make it even worse. I was like, "We're gonna make this so awkward." We're gonna
Awesome.
It was funny though. It was funny.
Oh yeah.
It's easy to embarrass your kids.
So how did you you could tell our audience, I kind of know the story of how you got involved with Geeks and Gamers, but I think I've heard you talk about it before. If you want to go into it just a little bit.
So back in like 2020, 2021, I discovered G&G on YouTube. I was unemployed, so I was basically just watching like YouTube all day long because I had nothing else to do with my life besides Harry Potter. And I was watching Jeremy's stream, like D-Day Cobra, and he was saying how he was looking for potentially some new writers for the website, and I was like, I could do that. I'd never written anything in my life, but I'm getting really annoyed with what's going on in the world, and I'm like, every time I post on Facebook, I piss people off, and they start deleting me. So I'm like, I need a vent. So I wrote 3 articles and I sent them to submitted them around the website. There was a section where you could submit articles, and they got lost in the void of the internet. Like they didn't receive them. So months went by, and this was like December 2021 at that point. And I emailed Jeremy because I found his email. And the thing was, I already knew who Jay was, Drunk 3PO, because I like had modeled this shirt or whatever it was. And he was already following me on my private Instagram. So he already knew who I was. And like we had that mini connection too. So I was like, Jay, can I have Jeremy's email? I want to send him some articles for the website. And he's like, well, I can't give you that. But if you find it, I'll let him know and I'll tell him to keep an eye out for an email from you. So it went, he finally got my email and with the articles inside, and he forwarded them to Alex, who's the editor-in-chief of the G&G website. And Alex was the one who responded back to me, and he was like, I like what you wrote, because I wrote one article explaining why Hermione cannot be black. I explained an article about how the Shrunken Head was actually being canceled, and people didn't know about it. They were like removing it from museums. They were removing it from like Harry Potter like illustrations, because it's not in the books, but it's in the movies, but they're not really doing any merch with it anymore. They're kind of like out because, you know, they're removing it from museums and stuff. And then the third one, I wanted to do something positive. So I went all over like a bunch of Facebook groups like a million years ago. And I was like, why do you collect? And people gave me all these answers. And so I recorded it, and it was something really great. Like one person I remember was like, I likes the shiny. I have cow brain. I do it because it's something to bond with my dad, or, you know, it's good for therapy. I had a stroke, you know, things like that. It's like Lego, you know, you collect Lego, you build Legos, Hard Rock Cafe pins, like everything. Like I went all over the place, Disney, Harry Potter, like anywhere I was there, I was asking random people, and I like recorded it all down, and I sent that in. And he was like, okay, cool, you can comment on it, and that'll be great. And so like from then on, I was just writing articles. I was never supposed to be streaming or any of that stuff. And like a week or two after I joined, another guy named Jed, aka the Hollywood Scholar, he's also part of G&G, he's the ginger one. He joined in too, and he invited me onto his stream just to talk about Harry Potter. And Ryan Kinnell popped in to say hi in the chat, and I was like, hi, because he's also a big Harry Potter nerd, so we bonded over that. And then Jed and I would play like Lego streams on there, like Lego video games. We'd stream on there, and then we did like a giant stream I met with all the other G&G guys, and we're like, hey, how's it going? What's new? And so like I became friends with that, and then Mike invited me onto a Call of Duty stream to play a game, and I never played Call of Duty in my life. So my very first game of Call of Duty is with Epic Mike, Disbrew, and Lethal Lightning, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck's going on. I don't know how to play this game. We won the first game I ever played in my life. I just followed them like a lost dog, and we won. And I was like, that was easy. That's fun. Let's go again. And, you know, I got my ass whooped and all that stuff. But that was how I got into like the whole streaming world. And then I used to run the socials for G&G, but then I got burnt out because it's just way too much. I don't recommend. Too much. Running socials is a horrible thing to do. It burns you out so badly.
I bet that's a nightmare.
Yeah. So I would do that, and then I would run the articles, and then I went to Florida for the Geeks and Gamers meetup, and that is how I met Craig, studying Craig, and so he brought me on to Side Scrollers, but also I help Epicverse, so that's the company, the studio company run by Epic Mike and Josiah Rises, and I help run the socials for them too. So I'm kind of like everywhere, Geeks and Gamers, Epicverse, and Side Scrollers. And
Cool.
And you never sleep.
No.
I know. Insomnia. Isn't it great?
I love it. So yeah, that's kind of like the origin story. Like I was never supposed to be a streamer. I was just supposed to be like behind the scenes kind of thing. And I really like it being behind the scenes a lot of times. Like people will be like, oh, let's do a stream. And I'll be like, I honestly would rather just write something or do something, you know, or play a video game.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's basically it. And I think I covered it all. And like at the same time of joining G&G, I also found like my part-time job. So everything kind of just in one shot. I was like, sweet, finally, no longer unemployed. Yeah, that's how it is.
Nice. Now, you being such a big Harry Potter fan, is there anything else that you're a massive fan of, you know, where you're just in love with it as much as Harry Potter?
There's nothing as much for sure. Growing up, I did love the Percy Jackson books, like the original 6 books. I love those. They were coming out when I was like in middle school and high school, and when I was in middle school, like in like 6th grade or 8th grade or whatever it was, my friends were talking about, and they kept discussing stuff. I'm like, what are you guys talking about? I'm like, oh, this is an amazing new book, blah, blah, blah. And they told me, and I was like, Percy Jackson? That kind of sounds cool. I want to read, like, if like you guys are so passionate discussing about it, I'm like, I want to know too, because I was a big bookworm at the time too. So I read those, and then like the spin-off series, Heroes of Olympus, I believe it was called, came out too. When I was in high school and college. I graduated high school in 2014, so like I think like the last 2 books came out when I was in college or whatever it was. So I really love those. Those were great. Those were fun because you know, Harry Potter finished in 2007 for me, so I needed something else to read. And to be really excited for, you know, those yearly releases. And I hated Twilight, so I was like, Nah. I hated Twilight. I actually only watched Twilight for the very first time in my existence when I was like 25. I binged them like in Netflix in like 2 days just to like get it over with. They weren't awful, but they weren't never again. I don't need to ever watch them again.
I don't care for those.
Yeah. I really like Star Wars. I mean, I used to really like Star Wars. I'm one of those dingoes who like the Clone Wars animated show. I know I'm gonna get shit for it because of the whole EU and all that stuff. But yeah, I love Star Wars. In all honesty, I actually really did enjoy the first season of The Mandalorian, and the second season was okay. I hate the fact that Ahsoka is live action. I think Rosario Dawson was an abomination. Like Ahsoka should have died in Rebels type of deal. Like, so I kind of don't really care about Star Wars anymore because they hurt me. Disney.
They hurt you.
So,
Disney's hurting everybody.
Yeah. So I don't really bother with it. Like, I haven't seen Kenobi. I've heard it's trash, so I'm like, I don't need to watch
You know what?
this.
I enjoyed Kenobi. I watched it. I actually did like it. It was more of like a darker approach, like right before he starts watching Luke grow up, technically.
I saw that scene where he's trying to open up a gate, but there's like no fence. It's just a gate. And I'm like, just walk around it, bro. Just do that.
Well, no, but I enjoyed it. I did. I thought it was good.
Yeah, no, sorry. I hate Rosario Dawson as Ahsoka because I feel like Disney did Ashley Eckstein so bad because she so badly wanted to be live action Ahsoka, and they didn't even tell her. Like, apparently, they didn't tell her that Rosario Dawson was even cast. Like, at least have the liberty of being like, by the way, we're doing this. It's happening. You're not her. And so they didn't freaking say anything. And I'm like, that is so dirty. Like, come on. Just one of the reasons why Ahsoka's so popular today, right? Like, at least, So, yeah.
And it's funny, nobody calls Grogu. They call him Baby Yoda still.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I haven't watched either one.
I've completely checked out. I haven't seen anything since past season 2 of Mandalorian. No Andor, no Boba Fett, no Kenobi. I'm like, I don't care. I've
Andor?
seen Yeah.
Somebody said Andor is amazing.
Yeah.
I don't watch anything on Disney Plus.
Yeah, I don't even have Disney Plus anymore. I had it like for free with like Verizon and all that, but
I don't have it anymore myself. The only thing that I would watch the most on that, no joke, was an old show that I enjoyed from like the late 90s, like mid to late 90s, called Smart Guy. It was like 3 seasons and they had it on there, and that was really all I was watching.
Yeah, I went and had like a whole nostalgia crisis, and I went and binged all the Disney shows I used to watch as a kid. Like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody,
Lizzie McGuire.
I've never seen Lizzie McGuire.
Really?
Oh.
No, because I didn't have cable when it was on air, so I missed it, and then I just never watched it. So I didn't.
Same thing with Even Stevens.
I missed it. I didn't have cable.
Oh wow! But I mean, when you did have Disney Plus, how come you didn't just check those out? I just didn't
even think of it, honestly. Because I was like, I never saw it. I'm like, I went on this whole nostalgia trip, right? So I went through like Sweet Life, Zack and Cody.
The stuff you knew,
Yeah, they wouldn't be a nostalgia trip for me because I'm like, I don't know who you are. So, like, I know of them, like from all the memes and things like that. But I missed it. Yeah, I missed it because I didn't have cable as a kid.
I think you would like Lizzie McGuire more than Even Stevens if you were to watch both, if I had to guess. Me personally, though, I think I liked Even Stevens more just because I actually do like the actor Shia LaBeouf. I know he can be a little out there, crazy, whatever it may be.
He's a great actor.
Yeah, he's a really good actor, and that's why I like him, is that he can be a really phenomenal actor. And one of those Disney Channel original movies that they did was called like True Colors or something like that. I can't remember what it was called, but he played a mentally handicapped kid, and his sister took care of him. It was a really touching movie. It was really good, but it was Disney.
Yeah.
What movie was that? I missed.
True Confessions or something like that. I can't remember.
I always remember him from the Battle of Shaker Heights. I believe that's the name of it, something like that. Do you guys remember that? I think it's one of his first movies.
Titles?
I'm not sure.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
That was one of those early movies. But he was great in Peanut Butter Falcon.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys seen that movie. That's
or the movie called The Greatest Game Ever Played about golf. That was a good one, too.
I've seen that one. Yeah, that was okay. That was good. I don't really remember that all that much, so I can't be like, yeah, it was amazing. I was a kid.
Well, no,
And
We
I'm not a
lie
big
here,
fan
too.
of
It's
golf.
fine.
I'm like,
Just-
yeah.
it's all good. It's all good. But I like Shia LaBeouf. You know, I mean, I hope he, you know, can come back with a vengeance. You know, kick it out of the park like how Robert Downey did in some way, where he was at a low point in his life and just was able to get work again. You know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Shia LaBeouf for Wolverine. Let's do it.
Yeah. I wouldn't be. No. Yeah.
I think it'd be
I
pretty
don't
badass.
want any of these superheroes, to be honest, because I'm kind of burnt out with superheroes. It's just like, blah.
Yeah. Let's give
And
him
they're all
something.
shit. So,
Yeah, I was kind of excited that Bob Iger announced that Star Wars and Marvel they're going to kind of.
Oh yeah, go back.
I do
What,
not
John?
want Fantastic Four or X-Men in this state of Disney right now, or this state of Marvel. I do not
They'd
want them
ruin
to.
it.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
they
don't know
already
what the plan would
They
be.
already ruined Fantastic Four anyway. Like that reboot, that was pretty terrible. Where like
That was
siblings were
not
different
that
race.
bad. I don't know why people give that one so much shit. Honestly, I've
Do you wanna
watched
know
it. I
what-
can
the
understand maybe
best
certain
thing-
cast decisions, but like
the best thing
visually
about
was
that
not that bad.
movie. The best thing about that movie was the trailer, but half of it wasn't even in the movie. But I mean, the trailer was amazing. It's amazing.
It just wasn't that horrible, you know what I mean? Like,
Well,
They're like
none of the
people
iterations of the movie's been that great so far. I do like that
Yeah.
original version that was made that was
With Jessica
trashed.
Alba.
No,
Oh,
the one-
No,
there-
like
there's
that, like
one
the shit.
before.
Hang on, I got
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I don't know
Where's-
where my
yeah.
copy is. Yeah, there was a version made by John
Look at
Carpenter.
that! Look at that horse shit.
Yeah.
Look at that
Wow.
horse
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, John Carpenter.
Charlie
made
knows
it.
what's up.
Yeah, but it was made Blabs
Look at those
basically
goofy
to hold onto the
motherfuckers.
rights.
Wow,
I
didn't know
know.
that was a thing.
Yeah, but some of it looks
Yes.
better than the movies that came after it.
exactly.
It really
Yeah,
does.
I mean-
it really does.
Like those uniforms look pretty good, you know, because I mean it kind of
Nice
looks like
and
a
classic,
comic
yeah.
book. It's not. Yeah, it's not.
Yeah, they had to make it to keep the rights.
I'm not saying the rest of the movie's good. I'm just saying that some of the things look good.
Well, I'm not
Thing
joking. I
looks
have them
good
all.
in it. Yeah. I just want a good Silver Surfer movie. You know.
That's in talks. I know that.
Well, yeah, it's gonna be crap. Disney though.
Yeah.
Not Keanu Reeves. I swear to God, if I hear that shit one more time.
What, a Silver Surfer?
Yes.
I don't even think he said he wanted to play Silver Surfer. It was someone else that he wanted to play. Ghost Rider. He said he would be willing to do that one.
Yeah, now he's talking Ghost Rider. A long time ago, I think he said Wolverine. I was like, no, man, you're not angry enough for that.
The Doctor Doom. What?
Hospital scene.
Fantastic Four movie was really well done, like a horror movie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I thought the Doctor Doom looked way better in the reboot than the one with Jessica Alba.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
apparently, you know, if a director's cut existed, it's supposed to be way better than what we got in theaters.
Well, yeah. And not only that, but I mean, like, they were supposed to have, you know, as a post-credit scene with Wakanda Forever, to have Doctor Doom at the end, like after the credits.
Yeah, that was a big rumor that was going around. I don't know if that actually. I don't know.
Well,
I'm excited for Deadpool. That's about it.
Deadpool
I
3.
haven't even seen the second one, so I'm just like, eh.
You
Well,
know what? I feel like Deadpool's
It's okay.
overrated.
Yeah. It was definitely overrated. I watched
Well-
the first one. I'm like, okay, yeah, it was funny, but it's definitely not like, oh my God.
Well, I didn't need to see Ryan Reynolds junk in my face.
Why
Yeah,
not?
very good.
No,
I don't need to see it.
Get all offended. Wait a minute.
Well, it's like Robin Williams when he did Fisher King. I didn't need to see him naked in that movie.
I've not
That's a
seen
good
that one.
movie though.
It's a good movie, but they didn't need to have that.
What was the other movie he was naked in? What was that? It wasn't called American Dad. What was it called?
The greatest
Is it the greatest
dad in the
American
world?
Dad?
The greatest dad in the world or something like that?
Something like that. Great movie, but I didn't need to see Robin Williams naked at that age, guys. I really didn't.
As an old man.
Who doesn't like Ryan Reynolds junk?
Right? I mean, I'm just saying, Scottish Geek knows what's going on.
Shut up. It's wrong. No, we will not have that here.
Blabs, would you like to show some of your collection?
Yeah, sure.
I asked you if you wanted to show a few things, and I hadn't asked you something. So.
I got some
Besides the
random
giant
stuff
Harry
with
Potter
me.
pop.
So, like, the first thing I got was my Nemesis Death Eater skull glass goblet, which I really love the Death Eaters. The only issue is that I think there's like a rhinestone missing somewhere, but I can't remember where. But anyway, yeah, there's like you can drink out of it, like this pops out, you know, so you can watch this.
Morning
I
coffee.
just won't because I don't want to. I'd rather just drink out of a normal glass and have this for display. So there it is.
Oh, yeah.
All the masks are different, which is cool. I love the snake. I love the snake at the very bottom of it. I don't know why you can see that, but there it is, and the skull. So that's the dark mark. I actually just got this the other day. This is a Universal Studios retired pin. It's a Honeydew sign. This is they made 2 versions of them. So this is the newer version. I have to go and hunt down the original version just so I can compare them. It's like the original version is like more pink. It looks more like a dirtier version of it. Like it actually looks dirtier. So, like dirt on it and stuff. So I want to get that one. And I just got this. This is a Japanese pin. It's the Phoenix, Fox the Phoenix from Chamber of Secrets in 2002. So it's like a 20-year-old pin that you never really see because it's from Japan. Again, it's really hard to see with their packaging, but there it is. So I just got these 2 in the mail the other day. So I was like, I'll just show these off. And then I have this is the Philosopher's Stone in Japanese. So there it is. And I really love the covers. I love, like, you know, it's like.
I wonder why they changed it from Philosopher's Stone to Sorcerer's Stone.
Oh, that's easy. It's because they thought.
I bet she knows.
Yeah, I do know. Because they didn't think American kids would know what the word philosopher was. They thought we were all stupid, so they changed it just to change it to make it so people would be like, we'll buy this book. We know what a sorcerer is, or else they thought no one would buy it and read it. So that is what the inside looks like. Yeah. So I love collecting translations. I have a lot of them. I have like Bosnian, French, Japanese, Chinese, Thai, English UK, Italian, German, Dutch, Finnish, like a lot. And it's always fun looking at all the different translations. Like I have a Bulgarian one, which looks like a 4-year-old illustrated it, and that's why it's just too funny for me. Yeah, like I love collecting translations because I love all the different like covers that people do. It's always fun seeing a different like imagery of like what people see Harry or Hogwarts looking like from the books.
Do you have a favorite Harry Potter book or movie?
Favorite movie by far would be Chamber of Secrets. Like super duper closely followed by the first one, Sorcerer's Stone. Those 2 for me. Curse Columbus for me is like the best one of all of them. And you have the John Williams theme and everything. I love that. And they're the most closely related to the books. I would say my favorite book has to be probably the first one, just because that's where the magic began. Like, I love all the books. I love all of them. But I guess that I have to pick the first one, just because it's the original, you know, the magic.
I mean, I love the movies myself. I mean, because I do have a favorite, and mine happens to be a Goblet of Fire when it comes to the films.
Yeah, it is a fun one. I watched it with a friend, and that was one of his favorites because, you know, I did the magic creatures. You had
the dragon.
Cup. Yeah, you had you need the Triwizard Tournament. It was totally different from the other ones, and so I understand where people are coming from when they say that. It's
the Hunger Games meets Harry Potter, you know.
Yeah.
He said The Prisoner of Azkaban is my favorite Harry Potter movie. Never read the books.
Well, read the books. I'm just saying.
Even if you can't read it, get an audiobook.
I mean, Hogwarts is in your backyard. Come on. I mean,
I used to hate audiobooks. I used to be like, I'm gonna read the book. I want the actual physical thing. I'm too good for that. And then I actually listen to audiobooks. I'm like, this is fun. You pick up more like a different perspective of when you actually read the book. So
well, and you create a picture in your head even too, which is even cooler because then you're not thinking the movie. You actually come up with your own picture in your head.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think they're fun. And like nowadays they had all those sounds and animations into it and stuff. And that's fun too. So I like that.
Yeah, I like I know he's not like say a novelist, so to speak. Roald Dahl, who gave us like Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, those books. I actually like those very much because one of the movies that's getting a 4K in a couple of months, or should I? Yeah, about a couple. Is Matilda, and that was one of his books too. So I'm excited to see that one get a 4K, see how that transfer looks, and the Witches. And come to find out, when I read the Witches book, the ending was so much different from what we got from the 90s.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I heard that pissed them off.
Yeah, I finished the audiobook of The Secret Garden because I had it for free, and I was like, I remember reading this as a kid. I remember watching it as a kid. Let me just dive in. And there were so many words that they wouldn't be able to say today. Like the word queer was used so many times. I'm just like, they would not be able to write this book today because they meant queer as in weird, right? And they're like peculiar, and they're like, what a queer thing to say. And I'm like, okay. And then they would call like black people, they would be saying natives and stuff. So I was like, oh, also not okay for today.
Subliminal.
Going along with that.
Very subliminal.
Yeah. But it was still a fun book to listen to, and it's a good meaning, it's a good message to it.
I have a book recommendation for you then. If you don't know it, you may. It's called Doll Bones.
Doll Bones?
Mm-hmm.
Like DOLBONES?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Yeah.
Do it.
It's a supernatural type of book, it's considered a children's book, even though a little bit more older, like maybe 8 to 12 years old around there.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I did the audio book, and my son read the actual book, and yeah, we liked it.
Awesome.
Very nice.
Very kind of Tim Burton-ish too, when you think pictures in your head, kind of.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
We have the books in the house. 2/3 of my kids have read the first one, but anytime I move to the books, it's still books.
Well,
Steel books.
Get the audiobooks, just saying.
I enjoy reading. I just never read those books for some reason. I don't read a lot of fiction. I read a lot of history and nonfiction. So I've got hundreds of backlog books to read.
I tried audiobooks. I get lost. Like in my own head. In my own head. I don't know why. I just get
sometimes you just space out.
Yeah. I just space out, and when I come back, I'm like, are they still talking? What?
Did I miss something here?
Yeah. Because I tried doing that when they like did the whole adjusting the canon for Star Wars, and they were like, okay, these books matter. I'm like, you know what? I'm never giving this a try. Maybe I'll just download some audio books, and we'll just see how it goes. Multiple times. I was
on
like,
the narrator, because I read one and I was like, oh, you kind of suck at narrating books. But then you listen to another one and you're like hooked.
I'll listen to James Earl.
Story too, so.
Yeah, I'll listen to James Earl Jones. I'll listen to Ian McKellen. I'll listen to Patrick Stewart. Hell, I'll even listen to Matthew McConaughey. I like his voice.
Yeah, I like Stephen Fry.
Stephen Fry or Vincent Price.
Mm.
I like his voice too. Foul stenches in the air.
Well, hell, with AI, we can we just type in?
Yeah, right.
Like who we want to read to us.
Oh,
definitely could. Yeah.
I think I just found a good reason for AI. This is a good thing.
But then that actor won't get paid for it.
Yeah.
Well, we just don't talk about that. We're striking for that, right?
If the people know who the voice is.
I was on something the other day, and they did it did what was it? It was was it Johnny Cash doing Baby Got Back? I think was that it? It was
no.
It sounded good, y'all. I mean, it was and it was in like a Johnny Cash style. I'm like, oh shit. Hey, guy might have a thing.
I'm gonna have to look that up because I cannot even hear it.
I'm pretty sure it was either Johnny Cash or Elvis. One of those did Baby Got Back. And damn, was it good. It was
cool.
Like,
I know people use AI to mix the song Bring Me to Life by Evanescence with Chester Bennington, of Linkin Park.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And that didn't actually sound that bad.
Cool.
I think there's good things. We just got to find them.
Yeah.
Hey, Charlie and Jody, have you guys, 'cause I know Blabs has probably talked to it to exhaustion, but have you guys seen the new Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs?
The pictures? What?
I was
The
deciding if I
actual
wanted to bring it up
shit.
because I know Blabs has talked about it 100 times.
No, I saw the picture. I am like, the fuck is this? Like literally, because I
Oh.
oh,
There it
you
is.
just had to show it.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can I ask a question? Just like a logistics question, maybe. Why can we only have one actual dwarf?
It makes
and
no
not 7?
sense because Disney was all like, "We're not gonna hire these people, even though you have characters right there for people who are in the minority who are looking for jobs and have trouble finding jobs."
Yeah.
But no, we're just gonna hire one. That makes the most sense, and then we're gonna replace everybody with like Party City costumes. So.
Well, that actor who was in Game of Thrones, Peter something, I forget his last name,
Peter
but thank you. Yeah, because when he heard about this news, he totally chimed in, said the same damn thing.
Yeah, like there are actors out there that would do this.
Oh yeah,
but
no,
I say Gore caught the shit out of that.
Wasn't he like against the dwarves being used, saying like it was like offensive or some shit?
Yeah, I know. He said he wouldn't do it. I know that.
Yeah. And I think that's where Disney was like, well, if he's not gonna do it, then we gotta change it.
No, if they paid him good money, he would do it.
Yeah,
it don't make any sense. So I mean,
no.
I mean, having dwarves in it don't make any sense.
What are they going to call?
You're discriminating more, not having the dwarves in it and not hiring dwarf actors. Seems like it's more offensive than doing this, whatever the hell this is.
Well, they're going to have to call them something different. So what's their new name? What they're the 7 what?
Hippies.
Diversity hires.
The 7 hippies.
Yeah, we're going with the hippies, politically
hipsters,
whichever you want to discuss.
We got one named Blackie.
Oh my God!
No,
it's crazy, and they even have a woman in there now too.
I see that.
Yeah, crazy.
But she looks like she's like 13.
Right? Just I don't get it.
The guy in the back
and Snow White herself, she's Latina.
Which makes 0 sense because that's the whole point of the name Snow White.
Exactly.
Was that her skin was as white as snow.
Just like, what are they going to turn this into? Like, a Latino film, like, hey, don't come, like, with all those, like, gangster voices. Like, don't talk to my woman, Holmes,
There's going to be a little notation at the beginning of the movie to turn your contrast way up.
Yeah, like why is it one of the 7? Why aren't they wearing like a shirt that's only buttoned at the top and it's unbuttoned the rest of the way down? And
none of these fuckers working a mine. Not one of these fuckers working a mine.
Yeah, they're too clean.
You can't show me one of them. None of these. What is that? That's those. They got sticks. What do they do for a living? What are they doing? Why'd they stumble across this lady?
Well, it's fun
Why
because
she living with them?
Like, remember Snow White and the Huntsman? They did the same thing. Snow White and the Huntsman, they did the same thing because you had Bob Hoskins as one of the dwarves, and oh my God, the actor that's always with what's his name? Simon Pegg, his little co-side partner, like he was in it too as one of the dwarves.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, and I'm like, wait, what's going? Because when I first watched it, I was like, cool movie, but then I saw Bob Hoskins. I'm like, he's not that short.
Does this mean that Lord of the Rings is offensive now? Because there's dwarves in that.
Well, yeah. And
in a way.
Like Rings of Power had all this diversity in the dwarves, and then that's before Peter Jackson's Lord of the Rings, so they all got wiped out because there's only white dwarves.
Oh, Peter Jackson, you in trouble.
So
in reality,
like a epidemic or something. They all just died.
See, in reality, if a girl like that wandered into a group like that, that means she was probably wandered into their weed patch. She'd probably be shot.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
This is a cult. I don't know what's going on here, but
yes.
I wouldn't be surprised if one of them said, "Hey, want to hit?"
I feel like it's going to be a good drinking movie. We should just do a watch through and just come up with something, and just that's when we drink.
I'm sure it's going to drink
like some feminist thing. Then you drink.
Is it going to theaters or is it just Disney Plus?
Yeah.
What?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Just about all the live action went to theater except for the Lady and the Tramp one, that one wasn't that bad actually.
They were speaking Spanish when it was supposed to be Italian.
I haven't watched any of them.
I don't remember that part, but
yeah,
I haven't watched any of them. Bad. What's the other one coming? Oh, they're doing fucking. What was the one with The Rock?
Oh, Moana.
Yeah, I'm like,
why didn't you do that to begin with?
Like the movie just fucking came out. I don't understand.
I know it's like it's not old enough yet, dude.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with Harry Potter. It's only been like 10 years since the last movie came out.
Yeah.
Well, Lilo and Stitch.
Yeah, leave Lilo and Stitch alone. Like,
I don't know what they're going to... That's just... I don't understand. Mm-hmm. I thought that was terrifying when Disney Plus dropped, and that was one of those cartoons that they showed where they changed a scene in the movie.
Yeah.
Where instead of hiding in the washer.
Cabinet,
yeah. Like she hid in like a washing machine in the original, and they changed it to a cabinet. I'm like, they're doing this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes no sense.
Nope, it doesn't.
Oh well.
Shit happens.
Mm-hmm.
And then you die, so fuck the world. Let's get high. No, I'm joking.
Oh wow. That got dark.
Yeah, a little bit.
I heard that the other day, and I hadn't heard that in a long time anyway, so... Because that used to be a very popular thing to say when I was like middle school, high school.
I don't know. I'm hoping that with the surgence of wild original horror movies that they're actually releasing, I'm hoping that kind of ventures over into our comedies and just, bring me back to the 80s. God damn it. I mean, that's when all the good shit happened.
Yeah, I just watched that movie with Michael J. Fox, The Secret to Success, I believe it was called, with when he moves to New York City. I saw it years and years ago, but it popped up on Netflix. I'm like, oh yeah, I love this movie. This was fun. So yeah, I watched it again. It was great.
Yeah, I like him.
I've said it once and I've said it again. Just bring back the cocaine, because that's when all the shit got greenlit and everybody was writing crazy shit.
That's true.
They still do cocaine, but there's just shit.
It's just not as fun.
I don't think it's the right shit. I think it's got something else mixed in, because
fentanyl.
It's got the fentanyl. They're getting drugged up and they're talking about the good old days and they're like, we should just redo that again. They're like, yeah.
Instead of actually doing something different, we'll just redo it.
Well, that sounds like they
I'm hoping
might be smoking a little bit too much pot out there.
Yeah, probably.
That's probably why they want AI, because they do that too much.
Because that's what you do when you smoke pot. You kind of reminisce a lot.
You come up with good ideas, you just can't write it down.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I hate about Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs? The dwarves. Let's get rid of them and redo that.
Yeah, Snow White, I guess.
Yeah, just like get all new actors. Damn, like get rid of everyone and restart that damn thing.
Maybe that's what they're going to do now, because they had so much backlash from the leakage of these footage that they might be like, maybe we should just go and get the dwarves and reshoot.
I'm sure that one guy has 6 friends. Honestly, I mean, just tell him to call up his buddies.
Bob, I need you, Tim. Let's go.
Not to stereotype, but I'm sure that most like one little person you meet will have multiple friends that would love to be in a movie.
Yeah, 100%. And I mean, like, Warwick Davis is right there, and he's fantastic.
I mentioned Warwick Davis the other day to someone, and they're like, you know what, maybe.
He's
because I mean, they canceled Willow.
Sure he might want to do it. Yeah, I mean, but Willow was Abomination, so like, yeah.
I was disappointed with that. I really was. I was looking forward to it and everything. Don't get me wrong, the cinematography was good, but when it came down to storyline and just certain things that didn't need to be in it, it was, I don't know, it could have been better, because I mean, I feel like they kind of did wrong for Val Kilmer's character in a sense.
I've not seen the show.
I didn't. Yeah, I heard it would just
don't even bother.
I heard it would just piss me off, so I didn't watch it.
Yeah, no, I don't even recommend it for you guys. I watched the entire season and ultimately disappointed. It had its good moments, don't get me wrong, but it wasn't enough to save it.
Just go watch Willow. That's all I need to do. Just go
Exactly. Willow was perfect the way it ended. Honestly, you didn't need to go on beyond that. You really didn't.
Yeah, I didn't watch it. I just watched Desperoux's breakdown of it.
Yeah, I would
pretty...
listen to Disparu or like Steve's tweets. I'm like, I'm good. I got it.
Well, and it's funny because I consider Willow like the original Lord of the Rings, even though I know the books were way before then. But you know, Elwins being dwarf, you know, like little people on a journey, you know, like Frodo and them, same concept. Just one's a baby, not a ring.
Yeah,
that's true.
Do you get out to the theater much? Have you seen anything recently?
So the last time I went to the theater was
that laugh you did.
Yeah.
Well, I got a story for you.
Well, no, it's not even really a story. It's just sad because I used to love going to the cinema. But I saw in 2019 Rise of Skywalker.
Oh,
and
okay.
the last movie I saw was 2022 Fantastic Beasts 3.
Oh.
Because I had to go because I'm a big nerd for Harry Potter, so I wanted to go see that. And that's the only movie I've seen since 2019.
Oh, wow.
I
also
like
because
the first
movie theater
Fantastic
is 40
Beasts.
minutes away from me, and I don't live in that area either. So it's like
Okay.
I go to work in another area, I come home, I don't want to drive 40 minutes that direction and then watch a movie for 2 hours and then sit back down and drive again. Ugh. So I just wait for digital.
Yeah.
I like the first Fantastic Beasts movie. The second one I fell asleep in.
I like the first two. I need to watch the third one more. I've seen it like 2.5 times. And it's just I feel like I'm missing something. I gotta watch it again. I'm like, something's missing here. So I feel like every time I watch it, I understand something. Now there is an extended edition of the second one, which in my opinion was 10 times better than what we got in the theaters. There was just some extra scenes in it, not a lot, but something that give you a bit more about each character. Like there was a scene with like Lita and Theseus, like at a ball that you see in the trailers, but you never see in the movies and things like that. So I like the digital extended edition better.
Nice.
Did they release that, or was that only in digital?
So if you bought like a Blu-ray like combo and you got like the digital code, you were able to watch the digital like the extended edition with like it was basically deleted scenes inserted into the movie and offload. But like there would be something at the bottom of the screen that says like deleted scene, so you knew like what was extra and all that. I've actually seen it once. I saw it when I was in college, and every time I watch it again, I always watch it on like a Blu-ray or something, so I can't see the extended edition. Which is really weird. They should just include that on a Blu-ray and be like, if you want to watch it, which version? Theatrical or, extended? But they're not smart, Warner Brothers, sometimes, so here I am.
Most of the time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they gave me Harry Potter, so they did something right.
They're going to give it to you again.
Yeah.
Okay. I would ask you if you're going to see I would
like. I'm actually very curious about the movie. It looks fun. Like even my guy friends are like, "This looks like a funny like let's go watch a movie, hang out." So I won't go to the cinema for it because, like I said, it's 40 minutes away. But I'll watch it when it comes on Blu-ray.
Yeah, I bought my ticket for Friday.
Oh, you did?
It looks fun.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like, was there been like 2-3 trailers? The movie has yet to been explained to me. So it's like,
I don't really know either.
What am I going to see? But I kind of like that.
Well, Will Ferrell is like the
overexposure.
CEO of a toy company, so I think it has to do with him trying to use Barbie as a toy icon in the movie. I don't really remember the story.
Maybe she escapes into like reality or whatever, and he's like the actual CEO of like Mattel or something.
Like, why the hell is she alive? She should be plastic,
Yeah,
I
like that,
I like that there's so many questions still, because normally trailers give us the whole damn movie and there's no point.
And it's just it was a
but
fun
I've
trailer,
heard
like hi Barbie. Like, it was fun. None of that bullshit.
I've heard nothing but good things.
Yeah.
I've heard nothing but good things, even from like not just like reviewers that are obviously just sucking up at the studio so they can get into the next movie for free, but like people that usually speak their mind. They're all like, this is really good.
Yeah.
So
like
I'll be
God.
watching that.
Well, like, remember before The Flash came out, everybody like who had seen previous screenings were like, "Oh my God, it's so great, this and that or whatnot," and then all of a sudden it comes out. All three of us are like, nah.
What movie were you watching?
Yeah. But people were watching a different cut actually than what we got.
I guess hell, there was like 3 different endings filmed.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, yeah.
who knows
Yeah, I
what
haven't
they
seen
got?
The Flash. I don't watch like DCU stuff. I never.
Don't worry about
I was about to say it's not even really worth it anymore, honestly.
Yeah, what's the point? They're basically just
If-
rebooting it, aren't they? So like, I don't care.
Well,
Well, yeah.
this was supposed to be what's rebooting it, but I don't see how that even works. I think this was just a movie. Honestly,
It was a movie.
It was a movie that took 4 or 5 years to come to us.
Right.
And did it even break even? Did it ever break even?
No, it would have had to make so much money because they have all the reshoots.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I saw somewhere.
There was like 3 reshoots or whatever it was. Like,
Yeah.
Nah.
I think I saw somewhere that Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern made more than the Flash.
Yeah, I just saw it today.
That's some shit.
Flash is the biggest flop.
Yeah,
Woof.
I don't know. I could go on. We did a show for that, and
we did.
I think I got everything out on that episode. I think I did.
Just about.
I only watched it the once. Maybe I'll watch it again when it comes out here, like in like 2 weeks. I think it comes out for us to buy.
That's right.
It's coming out so soon.
That's rough. Woof.
And hell, they're already releasing online like the deleted scenes that they're going to be included. They're already showing them.
That is true.
And, one thing that pissed me off today, I saw, like during the trailer, there was that face shot of Ben Affleck on the motorcycle, and everybody was like, "Why did you CGI that much?" And I saw an image today where that he was on the bike, like they filmed that. Like, then why did you fuck with it? I don't understand.
They wasted money. What they did.
Why did you?
Yeah.
Oh, they wasted so much money. So much money.
Well, and now with this whole actor-writer strike thing, you got people that are not able to promote anything at the moment, like the Blue Beetle movie. The actor who plays the Blue Beetle, he can't promote it. He can't do nothing about it.
Yeah.
I saw that.
And those trailers
that don't make much sense.
Actually look fun.
Yeah, that stuff don't make sense. You can't promote your movies. You can't do this or that. It's like
You're
like
saying
how
your movie
fascist is the fucking
Yeah.
like how fascist is the that organization? Because
if I was him, I would like
that has
daily...
nothing to do with production. I can understand
No.
anything does with production, making the movie. I can understand, but promoting the movie's not. That's after the fact. So I don't understand why they can't go out and do that.
Say if I was him, I would just make daily, if not multiple times a day, just videos about the strike wearing a Blue Beetle
suit. Yeah.
Well, I don't think that they can't even do
get
that.
the suit and put it on.
They can't even do stuff like that. Like they can't even go like to Comic-Con that's going on this weekend.
Oh, that's right. Because
They're
even the
going on.
Godzilla and Kong was supposed to be there, and they're not even going to be there.
Yeah, they're not even.
Well, hell, a
allowed to
lot of
go
people, a
promote.
lot of studios weren't even going anyway before all this
Disney
even
wasn't
happened.
Going,
Yeah.
Star Wars, no
Disney
Marvel.
backed out. Marvel wasn't going.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah.
I think the only one that was still up in the air might have been DC. Maybe.
I feel
That
like
was a
maybe
possible.
Disney knew about it, and they're like, "Yeah, we're not going," and they knew that this was going to happen.
Probably. they saw the writing
Yeah.
on the wall.
The one smart thing.
They're like,
they're
we fucked a
"Oh,
lot
we
of people
should
this past couple of years.
wait." Yeah.
Look at our success.
Oh yeah.
It's like,
I think
y'all
we're
fucked up.
I think we're getting close to it just crashing and burning. How excited are you guys for that?
It's gonna be
Yeah.
sad because I grew up loving Disney.
Same here.
I want it to succeed. I want good movie. I want great entertainment. But I'm like, look what you've done. You deserve this. But also,
And give us
I
our
love
physical
Walt
media
Disney.
too.
yeah.
At
And
a good
I love
price.
Walt
At
Disney.
a
I
good
read
price.
about Walt Disney and all that, and like his dreams and everything. And then that's to see it, his company turn into this.
Yeah.
Like, man, that's such a
Yeah.
shame.
It's just all
No,
remakes anymore. Remakes and
Yeah.
live action versions of the classics, and it's just they've ruined everything
Yeah.
Mhm.
because they were
Yeah.
all about they're all about originality for so many years. The original animated original animation company. Their live action stuff in the '60s and stuff was really good. I like that stuff. I like the classic stuff.
Oh yeah, like Bed Knobs and Broomsticks. So much
Oh,
fun.
Love
Love
that Knob
that
and
movie.
Broomsticks.
I
Yeah,
love
that's
that
one of my
movie.
favorites. And Pollyanna is also a
Freaky
favorite.
Friday and all that. I like that.
Oh,
that,
Jodie Foster, Freaky Friday.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, I love the Lindsay Lohan Freaky Friday.
Yeah, Lindsay Lohan, Jamie Lee Curtis. That's a fun
That's
one
a
too.
fun one. It's so funny. Oh my god!
I
I'm
enjoy
the
it.
Crypt Keeper. Like I love it.
I like the beat, the Herbie Goes Wild. What was it called? Herbie.
Oh yeah, with
There were so
Lindsay?
many.
Yeah.
What was
so
the name
many.
of that? Herbie Reloaded.
Herbie Fully
or-
Loaded or something
Fully
like that.
Loaded.
Fully loaded. Fully loaded.
I like that. That was all right.
I
like
think
the
there
Herbie
is one called
movies.
Reloaded, though.
Yeah.
I think, but there was a lot of Herbie movies. You know, I mean, there was the ones that they did with Lindsay Lohan, of course, and then the originals before that.
That's
Like
before
what?
she came
You guys
Herbie
in
Goes
there
to
when
Rome or
she
something?
You guys
was
remember?
skinny.
You guys remember the guy version of Freaky Friday, like Father, like Son?
Oh God, I
Did you
love
remember
that movie.
I've never seen that.
You've got to
It's
see this.
hilarious.
Dudley Moore,
It's
Kirk
so
Cameron.
good.
Huh.
It's
There's
funny.
like an alternate version like came out like 15 years ago. It's like it's a boy girl thing, and it's like two neighbors, a teenager boy and a girl swap. It's like Freaky Friday, where the boy and the
There's-
girl
What was
swap, and
that,
that was really funny.
Jason Bateman and Ryan Reynolds had a movie like that too.
That movie was great.
Yeah.
That movie was great.
It's
What
not
was the
porn
one-
I'm thinking about? Is it?
That
Do
it's
what?
called Switch.
I say that's not a
Only that.
porn you're thinking about, is it?
No, no.
No, not that one. No, that's another one. What was the one that Vince Vaughn just recently did? Like it was like a horror comedy where he like switched bodies. Like he was a serial killer and he switched bodies with like one of his like
Freaky?
cheerleader victims. Was it Freak?
Dude, it was like called Freaky.
Yeah. I wanted to see that because it looked hilarious.
It got good, feedback from a lot of people when it came out on the physical media too. So
Yeah.
kind of got its own cult following, and a lot of movies tend to do that when they come out to physical media afterwards.
Yeah. I just don't know if we're living in a time right now where people they just don't have any original ideas or they're scared to have original ideas.
I think they're
don't know.
scared because everybody always wants to rewrite shit.
Maybe somebody else thinks they're always going to be able to do it better.
Oh,
Yeah.
Well, they're so limited to what they can say too. They're so afraid
That's
that they're
true,
going to
too.
be, canceled over being edgy.
Oh yeah,
Which
like
is,
certain things you can't make now that you were able to make then.
And that is kind of it flies completely in the face of freedom of speech. That's why I'm such an advocate of it.
Well,
because
freedom
it's
of
just,
expression.
the whole
Mhm.
thing, but it's all
Yeah.
First Amendment. They're trying to erode it, so it's just
Censor
starting
it,
to get
yeah.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I can understand that. If it feels like the industry has become very more political than it's ever been.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, it's funny because Lord of the Rings, the author got his inspiration from, I think it was like World War I, something like that. Like that kind of influenced the whole like battle in itself
Yeah.
and stories.
Yeah, that's what I've heard.
So, I mean, like, I think there are really good ideas out there. It's just a lot of people get shut down right away the moment they like hear maybe one word and they go, no. Good day,
Hey.
guys. Hello,
Rhino.
Rhino.
He is one of the guys with the full Aussie. Hi.
Raging Rhino.
Having fun at
Okay.
work today.
It's funny how he's called Raging Rhino when my name, I guess, on the platforms, it'll say Charlie Rage.
Well, he rages. He does. That's Star Wars.
Well, see, before I changed my channel to call it Charlie Cinematic Universe, my channel was called Raging Entertainment.
Mm.
Yeah. And then the more I thought about it, I was like, there's really nothing raging about it. So I was like, I need to change it. And then out of nowhere one day, just Charlie Cinematic Universe, the CCU, just because it sounded right, and I was like, and since it's a movie channel, it just made more sense.
I like
Yeah,
the Charlie Cinematic Universe. I think that's a cool spin-off of the MCU.
Thank you. Appreciate
mine
that.
makes no sense in the terms of movie collecting and movies.
Low IQ media.
Yeah.
I like it.
No, but yeah, me and Jody actually like his name though. The low IQ
Well, it
media.
was, like I always say, it wasn't just a clever name. It's kind of a
But honestly, it fits though. That's the thing. It fits.
I just had to stick with it because I couldn't change it. Like I tried to change it, it fucked my channel all up trying to change the name. Like that screwed if you try to do that, it screws the algorithm up. Like when I tried to change it to Kentucky movie and toy reviews, it just plummeted. Like I couldn't get any views. I had to when I went back, the first video I made got like 1,000 views back under Loyal Q. You know, it was crazy.
Wow.
Nice. Yeah. Well, then that goes to show you.
No subscribers though, 1,000 views and like 2 subscribers. So.
Don't feel bad. I mean, mine hasn't grown.
I haven't been online. I think it's just
YouTube
months.
right now, like we were talking about earlier.
Mm-hmm. Wait, what?
He says there's everything raging about my channel, which is true. He rages. He's mad about pop culture. It's shit.
A good portion of it is.
Mm-hmm.
Do you stream with him?
I do. He's part of the Velocity.
Okay.
He's been on Side Scrollers once before too.
I can't. I don't watch everything, and I can't remember if these people are just people I see in chats or if it's people I see streaming. I never can remember.
No, he's one of the people I stream with like every week.
I don't hang on that kind of stuff too much. I don't super chat very much because it's a waste of money, you know.
I had one guy, I was on a TikTok live earlier, and this one guy just totally started giving me a bunch of like different little gifts, but it was like worth pennies. It really wasn't a lot, but it just happened out of nowhere. I was like, well, damn, thank you. You know, all of a sudden I see this random cowboy hat on my head and I said, funny how being bald, it fits perfect as a digital fucking design. Like, thanks.
I mean, if I ever get to that point, I guess I'll have to be nice to people. And they like had to have the sound clip or you had the applause whenever they send a super chat in, you know.
Wait, who did that before? Was it you, Jody, that had like that little sound effects thing that you were trying out?
I had a nice little box. It had laughter and claps. It was fun.
We need to bring that back.
Well, the sucky part was I couldn't hear it. I could never get it to where I could hear it. So I was over here pushing the button and you guys were laughing. And I'm like, I hope this is working. But I got rid of it.
Okay, here's one more.
Oh.
Most, if not all, entertainment these days is absolute garbage. It's no longer escapist entertainment. It's activist entertainment. I totally agree.
You know what? I can actually, I can agree with that too.
Sounds about right.
I actually go see quite a few movies. I still enjoy going to the movies, and there are good movies here and there that a lot of people don't cover on some of the channels I go to, and I'm kind of sad that they kind of don't cover a few more topics other than kind of covering just the superhero movies and stuff like that. But I mean, it is what it is. You know, sometimes I think there's a little bit of negativity gets passed around, but there are some good movies out there. But that's why I enjoy it. Do you ever listen to Chris Gore, Blabs, people like Chris?
Not really. Only if he's on like Gary's channel, Nerdrotic.
Yeah,
I'll listen to it, but I don't really ever hear much. No,
I don't get to watch. I don't get to see in my area. I don't get to see like independent movies because I'm in the middle of Kentucky here. We just don't have any. We don't really have any indie theaters and stuff like that, and we just get the mainstream stuff.
Yeah,
but sounds like you're in the boondocks. You're worse than me.
Literally. I'm in the mountains and stuff.
Are you friends with?
When I drive.
Are you friends with KD Video on Instagram?
No, I don't know who that is.
So Jody ended up getting. Well, no, actually, I was able to get a hold of her, but Jody was trying to get a hold of her. She does custom like VHS, artwork and stuff like that, and it's mainly just for collecting. It's not, anything like say printed on the VHS for you to view it, so to speak. And Jody happened to be a big fan and stuff like that. And one of the things we covered was what she had made was a box set of like Stranger Things, and then there was a Batman one. And I'm wondering, I don't know if she ever did do one. Maybe she did a Harry Potter.
Not yet.
Yeah,
I told her if she does.
She was talking about it. Yeah.
That's right. That is right.
Yeah,
she has an idea.
Yeah, she's like
But,
a kind of a cosplayer trying to get into cosplaying.
Cool.
I think she's more in the line of like what Anna likes to do. She kind of likes the little lower budget, just kind of stuff you can buy, not too elaborate. I think Anna's got a little more elaborate lately, but it's kind of that kind of side of cosplaying. Nothing
Yeah.
super spectacular, but she does a little bit of that stuff as well. She's a super creative artist, so she does all the artwork for the covers and everything. I guess it's Blab, so it's about an hour and a half. I don't know.
Yeah, I was about to say I do have to dip because I gotta go to bed because I'm an old man and I have to go wake up so early. But
Are you making fun of us?
No, I'm exhausted. I get before in the morning.
I'm just messing with you.
But thank you for having me on. I had fun ranting about Harry Potter with you guys. And
yeah, definitely. Thanks for coming. That was awesome.
Yeah, anytime. So I will
see
you
you're always welcome.
See you. Thank you. So
no problem. Have a good evening.
Bye.
You too.
Bye.
Awesome.
That was fun.
Yeah, Raging. I don't know. There'll probably a bunch of people jump off now. She's gone, but
sorry guys.
I understand that there's some. Now. But he said I understand there's some, but most of the big blockbuster movies are pretty bad. I agree. I agree for the most part. But there's a few. I mean, but the thing is all the blockbusters in the last 5 years have pretty much the superhero movies. So they've certainly went to crap.
That seems to be where all the studios
I agree with
money.
you. I mean, I totally agree with you. That's why I mostly collect a lot of old movies because classic Hollywood, there's just some great movies there, film noir, westerns, and stuff like that. It's just hard to beat. I mean, it's just the originality of these. That's the thing. You see all the movies, all the movies, a lot of my old movies, and all the old movies have been made that. Even the bad ones are pretty good in comparison to today, because the B movies some of the B movies are just incredible movies, and it just don't, and I just don't understand. I had been thinking about, why, the film banks got bad. Obviously they're hiring a lot of writers that have no business writing, they have no experience, and they're just, and we've talked about how I believe it's because of the streaming and all that kind of stuff has spread out. They're demanding so many more writers these days. So and I think that's part of the problem. But I lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ.
AI writing,
yeah.
I think I understand where you're getting at, though. Yeah,
and I think they're getting more writers that they can tell what to do instead of like actually writing a good story. They're like, no, we need this to happen with this person.
But that's why they want to possibly use AI as the script writer than having to hire those people, because I actually downloaded one of those AI tools where it tries to help you write a message to someone or. Whatever it may be. And so I tried it out to see what it was like. And I said, write me a poem about love or whatever. And it did. I just automatically put it together. And I was just like, damn, came up with shit that I would have never thought of, honestly. And I was like, okay, I mean, I can understand it, but at the same time, I feel like I just got beat by a fucking robot,
Right.
I just don't want to live in that kind of world where everything's,
at least not
that
yet.
just forever dumbs down the society because you don't have to think anymore.
Idiocracy at its finest.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That movie is so predictable.
It really turned out to be.
Well,
yeah.
That was pretty fun. I figured she would be pretty good.
It was fun to have her on for sure.
I like hearing other people blow up about stuff.
I like when people are passionate about one particular thing like that.
Like her with Harry Potter, me with the Crow kind of thing.
Yeah.
And what, Jody, you're obsessed over like something. I can't remember which movie it is though. It was either Joker or one other movie where you have multiple. I think it was Killer Clowns.
Well, Killer Clowns I do have. I think it's a toss up between Joker and the Batman that I have multiple editions of.
Oh, okay.
And that's just me being. I just got a problem, but I mean they're both great movies. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah.
They put out so many great editions of those two films. I have to buy it when I see it.
Yeah, it's funny because Durant
the
Cinema
Joker.
does the same damn thing, but his has mainly been with John Wick.
Yeah, I got John. God bless. That was a lot of shit for John Wick.
Oh, a lot.
Yeah, I got what is it? 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, 6 Batmans and 8 Jokers.
Damn.
So
Yeah.
Well, I guess
how many
technically
killer clowns?
I think I got like. Where is that? Oh, it's so far away. I can't see the titles. Shit.
Eh.
I think it's like maybe 5 or 6.
Okay.
It's not as bad.
Well, you guys picked up here lately. Sure, the last 30 minutes we'll kind of talk some physical media, I guess.
Oh yeah. Me personally, because since I can't buy as much anymore, I would say I've only picked up really 2 newer titles, and it was the Jaws 2 4K Steelbook and Rain Man.
Nice.
I haven't picked up a lot because whatever I pick up is just going straight into a shipping box because hopefully I'm moving. So
yeah.
So like I haven't been jumping on a lot of stuff because I know I'm not going to be able to do. Because that's why I haven't had at least past 2 months I haven't had a YouTube video about my pickups because I had a stack for stuff to do, but then I had to get it all up out of the floor and get it out of here to be able to show the house well. So I've been slacking.
Do you guys have someone looking at the place now?
Not really.
Really?
Yeah. It's not going as planned.
That sucked. Oh,
did you get that? I thought about getting that. I really liked the artwork they did on that.
Yeah. It's a really nice set, hard outer box.
Yeah,
these are the universe. They're like a universal. I can't remember the name of it now. I don't have but it's like Universal Collection. Like,
yeah,
I think it's part of isn't it part of like their 100-year collection or something?
Oh, an anniversary collection.
Yeah, but they've only commissioned like this one, and the next one that comes out is the Big Lebowski. Comes out in August, and I've got that pre-ordered. They're pretty cheap. They're just like $30 or $35.
Yeah, they're not bad. I was surprised at the price of that Jurassic Park one.
But here's what was cool about it. I mean, here, you get all this stuff in here, and you get, this is a pack of cards. I always leave them sealed up, but it's just a pack of
Oh yeah,
like lobby cards, I think they call them. You get the book. Well, hang on a second here. You get the book. Pretty nice book.
Yeah,
nice.
All kinds of stuff in it.
So Jody, what's Mars Attacks? What's going on with that?
But here's the cool thing that came with this.
Okay.
If it shows up good, but I didn't know this came with it. It really wasn't prominent in the display on the, but this was pretty cool. It's
you get a film cell?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I'm sure it's not like an original one or nothing.
Yeah.
But it's pretty cool. It's actually it's got like a cutout so you can stand it up and put it on.
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
On a shelf. Yeah. I thought that was real cool. I'm really interested in getting the Big Lebowski. I obviously already have it on 4K, but this set was really nice. It's because that's Big Lebowski's probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah.
In there.
It's a fun one.
Yeah.
But what's going on with the Mars Attacks, that group buy thing?
Hello, no bad movie.
What's up, guy? I'm pretty sure. I know I've paid the bill. Where's that's how I base it. The money's gone. I'm trying to remember if what I did with that one, if there's spots opened.
What is that one?
Or Invaders from Mars.
Nice.
I picked that one. I haven't got a whole lot here in the last couple of weeks, but I've got a few things. Oh, this is something cool that I found that I didn't know that was. But I did find that a minute work.
Yeah.
Oh.
This is a different double feature that was out. This is from Umbrella. Is it just Umbrella Academy or what is it called? Umbrella Entertainment.
Umbrella Entertainment, I believe.
Yeah, but this is
They do some cool stuff.
yeah, but it's Men at Work and No Man's Land. When did that MVD come out? Is that recent or
This was this year.
It was pretty recent.
okay?
Like if I want to say like maybe 3-4 months ago.
Yeah, I keep missing it because there used to be a different double feature of it that came out with a Rodney Dangerfield movie, and I totally like as much as I used to keep up with what came out each week. I never seen it advertised, and it came and went and was out of print. Didn't make any sense. It was a Shout. I'm pretty sure it was a Shout Factory double feature, Men at Work and something. So it's weird.
Interesting. Oh, are you still looking, Jody?
Yes, I really wish there was a way I could search for this shit because I don't know when I opened that.
Got this Richard Pryor double feature. It's hard.
Nice.
My lots are, it's Which Way Is Up and the Bingo Long Travelers All Stars and Motor Kings.
Nice.
And I haven't seen either one of these movies. Richard Pryor was in so many movies.
Yeah,
It's hard to believe. Everybody knows like all the big stuff, but then he was just in so many like little shitball movies and stuff.
Yeah, Harlem Nights. That one's a good one.
I picked this up as well. The Blu-ray of Rome.
Rome? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never seen it though. I know what it is, but I haven't seen it.
Yeah, and I also got the Jaws 2.
Steelbook?
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I've got that. I got the Jaws 2 coming, but I was able to luckily score the European release that was like came with like a box and a bunch of bullshit.
Yeah.
For someone who loves it, apparently calls it bullshit. No.
It's just a bunch of bullshit. But I had to have it. It's one of those things.
I pulled up hopefully it doesn't freeze. It seems like it's not wanting to freeze my computer. So
that's good.
Movies coming out this week or just came out today, I guess.
I need to make my screen bigger.
Oh, yeah. And South Park being one of them.
It's actually seasons 21 through 25. That's pretty cool. I didn't know they did that kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, they're doing it as bulk now like that instead of individual. I mean, they still do it, but yeah.
Hugo 4K.
I didn't know that was Martin Scorsese's film.
Yeah. This what is it? It's the Renowned Westerns. It's hard to read that text for some reason for me.
Yeah,
it runs in. It's the Renowned Westerns. This is kind of what I was thinking about earlier when I was talking about like really good B movies. These are Bud Bedecker and excuse me. Shit. I always forget his name. Randolph Scott, excuse me. And Randolph Scott. It's kind of like later in Randolph Scott's career where he's like, they're kind of old man Westerns, basically, if you know what I'm talking about. They're kind of based around like an old kind of washed up cowboy or washed up Western hero, and they're like excellent. They're great. But the thing is I own this set already through Indicator on Blu-ray. And there's another set that came out, and I think it's Shout Factory that has these movies plus a bunch of other of Randolph Scott Westerns. It's got like 8 movies on it. I have that set. And then they come out with this 4K set of Criterion. I'm like, and the transfers look amazing on the Indicator. So I don't know. I just have no interest in really buying unless the price is super cheap. I might buy it. But it's really no point at this. Really no point.
Yeah.
Even though I'd love to have that, but that's what kind of aggravates me. It's like with the Blu-ray versus 4K, it's like, what do I really want to upgrade? Because some things, if it's something that don't look great, it's like Rebel Without a Cause. It was a definite upgrade to 4K because I never did like the transfers on the regular 1080 The Blu-ray
Yeah.
transfers, I never liked them, and the same thing with that other, and with Giant as well, which is another James Dean movie. And it was the same way. It was the transfers were not very good on it, I didn't think. So the 4Ks look really great. So it's and obviously an obvious choice, but there's some movies the transfers look amazing on some of these movies, and I just don't know. And obviously there's some advantages of 4K with the audio is a little better, a little less compression. So it's just, but I just can't get into completely wanting to replace everything in 4K.
Yeah.
I definitely don't want to replace anything in 4K because every 4K player I've owned, I mean, this new player is really good. It don't mess up very much, but like a lot of them, if you get like lower grade 4K players, they just have glitches and always doing stuff, and I don't know.
Yeah.
And that the reliability of them just doesn't seem as good.
Yep. That happens. That's for
I don't
sure.
know if you guys have any trouble with yours or not.
I mean, the one I have now is actually okay. I've had it for, I want to say 3 years. And the one that I had before then wanted to glitch a lot, so I had to upgrade in general. And it was one that Jeff from Films at Home had. He kind of had done a video on one of the players that he had, and that happened to be at a reasonable price, and it supported Dolby Vision and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, I'll go ahead and get that, especially for being affordable. You know,
Sony, was it a Sony?
It was Sony, yeah.
Yeah, because I have the Sony 800 or whatever, which is considered like middle road, but it's still like over a $300 player.
Well, the when I got it, it was like to round up like 200.
Yeah, I think yours it's possibly about the same player. You just got a good deal on it because the player I was going to buy was literally on sale, and I would, at the time it was on sale. I couldn't drop $300 on it. And like when I had the money to go buy it, I had to end up paying like $320 or something. It was like $179 or $189. So I ended up paying basically $50 more than when it was on sale. No, excuse me, it was like I can't remember the price, but it was like about $50 different. It was like, I was like, fuck you. Shit, you know. It's like, but it's a good player. It's a good solid player. Heavy duty. Yeah. If anybody's out there looking for a good, I would recommend getting Sony, because both of my LG players they're all right, but they've had both of them have different glitches, so they've been kind of aggravating. But they're kind of they're really like $200 players too. Those LGs, like the cheapest you can get in the LG player, and they're both kind of for the most part duds, you know.
I've been using the PS5, so
yeah,
it works.
Yeah, well, that's one of the stronger players you can get.
Yeah,
that's what everybody said about the player I got, the 800. They said it's a solid platform like the PS5 platform. So it's both Sony. It's the same. It's the same 4K player.
Yeah.
Let's see here. We got Breathless for Jean-Luc Godard comes out today. I have the Blu-ray of this, but I'm not upgrading that to 4K. I did buy this. I did buy Land of the Pharaohs. That's a Howard Hawks movie. I did buy that Blu-ray. I have it on DVD, and I also I pre-ordered this. I haven't got it yet, and I also pre-ordered this Nevada Smith, this Steve McQueen movie, Kino Lorber. I didn't see his Gloria, but I'm not trying to buy a ton of stuff this week. I actually have this pre-ordered too, the Audie Murphy Collection 2. I have Collection 1 as well. Kino Lorber. This looks pretty good, this Blonde Ice. So that's probably a film noir, if I can bet. 1948. About 100% guarantee it's film noir. Looks pretty good. Martin Mooney. Oh, okay. I'm glad my computer's not freezing up on this. We'll have to start doing this weekly. I'd like to get our audience. We had a pretty good audience here and there tonight. It was in and out. We just didn't have a lot of questions.
Right.
You know, which I don't like really, but I mean, she got to talk a lot, and that was good. So.
Yeah, I like people. I like the guests that can actually talk, and we don't have to ask much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a bunch of this is how I've started like a new system because I'm bad about remembering things. So I write down Post-it notes and stick them all along my monitor, so I can kind of remind myself what I want to talk about during the interview.
Mm-hmm.
And, sometimes it's just a word, so it's just something to trigger my memory.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of things I didn't get to ask her about because a lot of things she was talking about was like, damn, I can't ask her about this now because she don't like, she don't really, like movies and things like that and game. She kind of went through the gaming, things like that. But I can't really talk gaming and really Harry Potter either. I just thought she'd be interesting, so I'm glad you guys kind of jumped in there and asked her some good questions. I follow her. She like, I don't watch a lot of Geeks of Gamers stuff. I know the guys because they're on some other shows that I watch here and there, and she was just always kind of in the background. She would appear every now and then one day she was on a stream and I noticed her name was Blabbering Collector, and I was like, well, what does she collect? And then I kind of looked into it, and she collected Harry Potter. I thought, well, she'd be great for this because she collected. I mean, sense, and. So,
who we need to get back on here is Adam, the director of Jason Goes to Hell, because I know Jody missed out on that one.
I watched that though. That was a good show.
Oh yeah,
yeah. That was my
cool dude.
It was my first episode using this, and my questions were pretty good because they were all relevant.
Mm-hmm.
They all worked. So.
No, Adam was actually fun to have on. Very informative and very interactive, so I enjoyed having him on. And of course, we told him that he's welcome anytime. And he, of course, likes that. And I actually shared my video with him of the whole actor-writer strike thing that I made. And he told me that it was very well said. And I was like, well, thank you. So he's really nice.
When was that the documentary thing coming?
Oh, not until like later this year.
Okay. I couldn't remember what he said, but I'm really interested. It'd be good to when that comes out. Is it? I can't remember what he said. Is it going to be physical or is it going to be streaming?
Oh, I think he said he'll be doing physical because he's a physical media collector himself.
Yeah. I figured, but I couldn't remember offhand.
Yeah, he did. He said he had I forget how many. I think he
had
like
26,000 or something like that.
Well, shit, we need to have him back on, but get us in that room. That's what we need to do.
Yeah, I don't know what he collected though.
It's probably most of his stuff that he made.
Probably VHS, and everything. I guess.
That would be awesome.
Who would be fun to have on here if I could actually pull it off is Rob Zombie because he is a physical media collector.
Pull that off, Charlie.
I would hope I could. Because, think about it. He's really into the classics, classic horror and stuff like that. And he loves all that stuff. And I remember when he did an episode of MTV Cribs, he showed the person the closet of his movies and stuff like that. And DVD being still kind of new, he was like, well, now I got to upgrade everything to DVD now is what he said. So I'm sure everything that gets upgraded, he has to get it for that format.
I'm sure.
Yeah,
I still have never watched
Martin Scorsese's a massive collector too. Yeah.
Oh yeah. he is Tarantino.
Go get him.
Yeah.
Dude, if I'm able to get some of those people that actually do collect like, Tarantino, because he's a film lover and I get that, but I'm sure he collects too. But he collects what he loves, just like most of us,
I just don't know what I don't know what we need to do to get actual eyes on the channel because that interview
hashtags help.
I do that. So I don't know.
I think just YouTube in itself, its algorithm. A lot of people I've noticed, even with physical media, have like they're either Instagram or TikTok now mainly, and TikTok has been more of a platform when it comes to doing live. You know, I've noticed that the lives that I've been doing lately, because I hadn't gone live in a while, I've actually gained more. So I have 3,000 followers on my TikTok account now.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm over
scared to
that, but
open.
yeah.
I'm scared to open mine. I haven't opened it in months.
You should though, at least like do some short videos, you know, because those don't have
I
to take
know. I
that
need
much
to.
effort.
I need to. No, I know. I know.
I just
I need to
wanna
get
go
back
down
over
that
there.
road to
Don't do it, man. It gets addicting. I can tell you that much right now.
I
Well, no,
just
but I
like
mean,
a
like
long
with
format like this, anyways. Sorry, Charlie.
no, I get that. I was just saying, like with your editing skills, because I've told you before, you could probably blow up on TikTok too.
Yeah, I just don't.
Like you could make some good
But
ones.
when that becomes an only option, then maybe so. You know, which is possible. I mean, like I
I
always
just
go
got to
off on a
direct them from
tangent during
TikTok
the
to
interview.
YouTube.
Yeah, no, I had to throw in that thing about super chatting, a thing earlier. The more I've been on there, I've never give more than $20 in a super chat because
Uh-huh.
for once, I think anything over $20 is like major simping because you're giving a man $20. I mean, it's not even giving a girl that's half naked $20. You know,
Like
which
OnlyFans.
I don't do that. Well, I don't do that at all. I don't even have OnlyFans on my phone. And well, simping's really when you're trying to have this bond between some girl that's unrealistic. You know, when you're trying to have a relationship with a girl online that's not, you know what I'm saying? That's really what simping is.
yeah.
But it's sort of, yeah, they call it actually TikTok. There is a term called pay pigging, where people pay or they'll pay to watch, or people
Oh,
will
subscribe
pay
to you
watch stuff.
technically. Yeah.
Yeah, but they call it pay pigging, and it's like it's such a. But there's people I get on these streams, and I mean, I know you have to be nice to these people when you're making, but the people be spending $50, $100, and like, I'm like,
Just to
Jesus
ask a
Christ.
question too.
Yeah.
For literally it's literally like 1 to 2 seconds worth of released endorphins to make you feel good in your brain. I mean, that's all.
I found out how they do it though, because I remember I did a super chat to Ashley Burton, the one who does the movie reactions. And depending on the length of your question is how it charges you. If it's a short little question, like $2, you know, that's nothing. It depends if you're like doing a paragraph or something, then it's like, 10, 20, 30, 40 and up kind of deal.
Yeah. Well,
So like,
yeah, but you can, like how YouTube works is you can actually, I usually, if I'm leaving $5, I'll just put $5 and it limits the characters to so much.
Mm-hmm.
And then, but a lot of people will just ask a simple question it's not like they're putting a paragraph in for $100. It's like, it's just $100. And I was like, I'm like, Jesus. I mean, it's, you spend your money however you want to, but I just don't understand spending that much money on super chats. Like, I swear to God, if I get monetized, if I have the option, I might not even, for one, actually, being on Social Security at the moment, I couldn't monetize my channel just because of the Social Security reasons, but two, it's just, I just feel bad because I know, because there are some people out there that have good jobs, make a lot of money, or they're just rich.
Mm-hmm.
They can dump money like that. Of course, there's people like that, and hopefully these people are like that. But I have a feeling some of these people out there doing that can't afford it. They're like living paycheck to paycheck, and they're sending their money to people. Yeah. Like there's a guy that was on, actually Blabbering was on. A guy I watch, he Camelot 321, he's got a channel, and he was talking one night, and he said, I don't want you guys sending me money if you can't afford to. And I thought that was kind of admirable, but he's one of the guys people send like $100, $50 super chat. Like, he has one guy on there sending 50, and they send another 50, and they send another 50.
Well, like when I'm live on TikTok, if I'm just randomly chatting and people start giving me those little roses or whatever it may be, I notice that is not big bucks because they're actually sending pennies at that moment. No joke. Because the most I have from like people doing that, especially from today, and it was all from one person, was a total of like $2.62.
Yeah.
So, you know,
and somebody may be like, well, you're just jealous. You're not making the money yourself, or making money like that. No, I just think it's weird because it's the same as like, she was talking about on Twitch or whatever. You going and watching the girls in hot tub streams.
oh yeah,
Like people, that's where the simping came from. Those kind of streams, live cams and stuff like that.
I know what you're talking about.
And people giving money like that, and they, give money. It's like, oh, if you give me if I reach this goal, then I'll bend over and show you my butt, kind of stuff like that.
Right.
But you're not getting that with a man. You're getting nothing but, an answer to a question.
That's like saying if you guys get me to 100,000 likes, I'll share the name of my pinky. Yeah. Like really?
I should get like some of the editions I haven't opened yet and be like, hey, if y'all get me to this, I'll open it. We'll go through this together.
There you go. That would no, but go by likes. No, don't charge. Just do it by likes.
Yeah.
Like get me to 50 likes or 100 likes. Like challenge it every time.
Yeah. That'd be interesting.
Well, and that's what's been helping me grow my channel is that like every 1,000 followers, I'll do a giveaway. Like the one I just did for surpassing the 3,000, I actually I gave away my Poltergeist Steel book.
Yeah? How dare you?
Well, no, that one I actually bought on my own, though. Yeah, and I just never opened it because I had the regular release because I thought I lost out on it. And then when I saw that it came back for like a short time, I took advantage, but then I was like thinking about it. Do I really want it in my collection? It's not even original poster art or anything like that. So I was just like, it's not going to bug me. So I still have the other one that I have. That's 4K, but yeah, I'm not worried about it. And that's what I'm kind of looking at my collection for is what do I not necessarily want / need,
Yeah. Yeah. I'm kind of doing that as once I actually have to start packing all the shit that's behind me. I'm going to be separating it out and selling it.
Oh yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah. I'm sure you'll probably have some where you're like, this one I can give 2 shits if I gave it away, to someone.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'm sure.
Because that one I just did it as a giveaway because I got to 3,000 and I'm like, that's a good deal. A brand new movie, never opened, still in the seal, and as well as protected with a Malco protector case too. So it's full win.
There you
go. Yeah, the guy who won was someone who follows you too, called That Cannon Guy.
I recognize that name.
Yeah, and his name is actually Cannon. Come to find out. Yeah, like really, not even a stage name, no nothing. It's his actual name.
That's awesome.
Yeah, he won it, and he told me that he never seen it. And I'm like, for real? And he's like, yeah, dude, I'm super pumped. I'm like, well, shit, dude. I'm glad it worked out for you, but at the same time, I'm a little like, damn, as much of the shit that you've seen that I've seen, I thought that would have been one you had seen.
Right?
So
did you guys see Mission Impossible?
Nope.
Not yet. Not yet. Oh man, it's really good.
Oh, is
I've heard it. I've heard it's actually really good.
Yeah. I can't believe you guys.
I hear like Mission Impossible is kind of like John Wick. They kind of get better each film in a sense.
A little bit, yeah. Yeah.
But not with Fast and Furious.
No, well, I like the last Fast and Furious, but I didn't dislike some of the previous Fast and Furious movies as much as other people. Now I do believe what was 8 or 9? Is it 9 that was I like Fate of the Furious was 8, I believe.
Yeah, Fate of the Furious was 8.
Then 9 was it just 9? Fast 9. Yeah. That one was not as good. But but it's not bad. I mean, they are what they are. I mean, what do you get? See, I think they ramped up, which I kind of like. They kind of ramped up the secret agent side of the. They're kind of like this, international organization from the very beginning. It's kind of crazy. They go you go watch the first movie and it's just a bunch of guys who are like thieves who drive cars. It's just a very grounded movie. For as far as that goes, and it just ramps up slowly and slowly and slowly. It gets to the point of ridiculousness where they're just like driving cars out of the back of flying planes backwards and landing on the it is beyond ridiculous, but it's whatever. I think some of these blockbuster movies, those are good like that. I like some of that ridiculousness like that.
Oh yeah, no, I can agree with that. Yeah. An app that I recommend you guys to try, because it's an actual legit app and it's actually getting more popular and popular, is called Temu, Temu.
What do you do there?
So you can't buy movies. I already tried looking to see if you could. But you can buy a bunch of electronic stuff. I know, John, you being kind of a tech, person, you can find a lot of crazy.
This app.
Huh?
I think I have this app.
Yeah, you can find shoes, clothes, jackets.
Yeah, there it is.
Electronics.
Yeah.
But it's for like reasonable, really good, like low ass prices, and some of it. I wouldn't say some of it. I would say majority of it is legit stuff.
Yeah. I've like glanced on there, but I haven't gone like hardcore shopping yet. So.
Oh yeah, no, I haven't like gone hardcore shopping. I just grabbed a couple of things to see how I like it because somebody that I do follow on YouTube, his name is Sam, but his YouTube channel is called 66 Samus. He's a drummer, and he used it to try getting musical equipment for drums and stuff. So he did it as a test and also a partnership with them too. To get a coupon code or something like that.
Yeah.
And come to find out, some of the stuff he got was actually pretty cool.
What is that?
Very cool.
That's
a steelbook. What is that? Deadstream?
Oh, right here.
Yeah.
Deadstream.
Deadstream? Never heard of
I
that.
haven't seen that yet. Walmart exclusive. I freaking love Walmart, man. I love that cover. That's awesome.
Something that I found at Dollar Tree that I was like, you know what? I actually would watch
Shutter one. Yeah, Shutter's been putting out some steelbooks. What is that?
It's kind of
Stream.
It's called Ghost Stream.
Ghost Stream 1?
Yeah, Ghost Stream 1.
What's that about?
It's a comedy.
I've seen that.
I haven't watched it yet. I found it at Dollar Tree.
Oh, sweet. It's got to be good.
The thing is that it actually looks like something I might actually enjoy. No joke.
Yeah, it looks awesome.
It's probably
shit, guys. We hit the 2-hour mark.
Scary movie or something like that.
Yeah.
Oh, the 2-hour mark. Yeah.
Cool. Well, John, good get. Fun guest.
Yes. Yeah. And then we'll have to try to get some other people.
Yeah.
But if I do find any, like, say, celebrity people or whoever, I'll let you know.
Hell yeah.
I'm
excited.
I'm going to try to get, hang on a second. Let me find her. Yeah. That Analyzing Horror I was telling you guys about.
Okay.
I don't know if you guys went and tried to follow her.
You can share the profile. Share the profile, and then if you want, I'll try to hit her up for you. I already have a pitch.
Thank you. Rusty James. Yeah, but Analyzing Horror, but she said she was on vacation until basically the 1st of August. So I told her I'd contact her early August.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
So
that's cool.
If you guys got some people lined up, what kind of movie events or anything coming up that we can do like another big get together, or a round table of sorts? Those are always fun.
Jody, I think as an idea, because you do use Instagram mainly for your group buys, maybe we should try to use your group buys on these lives too, in a sense, to like for announcements and stuff like that.
Yeah, I could try that.
I figured that would be an idea.
Yeah, we need to. We all
come up with some ideas.
Yeah,
I'm not really great contacting people on Instagram because a lot of people don't contact me because I don't contact them, but We ought to do a show where we bring on. I don't want to ever exclude like small creators. I've always wanted to.
Oh yeah.
That's what I don't like about big. Thanks, Rusty James, by the way. And
Yeah.
I want to bring on. So anybody that's in the chat that wants to maybe want to do a stream, if you know a lot more about us than movies,
fellow
of course,
collectors.
Yeah.
which is about everybody except me.
And I'll still try to get Brendan Wet Movie 1. I'll still try to get him because I know he's been kind of busy. He actually was on my TikTok last night. I didn't even know he had one. He kind of surprised me out of nowhere. And he said he rarely uses it. But yeah, I'll try to get him.
That'd be cool.
I just but we'll try to get some smaller creators that might want to do it. I'll try to look around on mine and try to invite some people.
I'll try to get Jesse.
Tim Talks Talkies too. I mean, which he's probably bigger than us now, but I don't really know. I don't keep up.
Well, he constantly creates though, as where some of us.
He's a good dude. He's all over the place though. He'd probably love to do it. It's just a matter of getting him a date because he's on so many different streams all the time. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, didn't he join us before?
Yeah.
I was about to say it. Yeah, he joined us
been
before.
a bit, but yeah.
Yeah, definitely been a minute. But we'll just do our group chat and get with each other on there and discuss guests and like topics too that we can attempt.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
Cool,
guys.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you guys for joining. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe to Cult of Collectors. And
please do.
The rest of our pages.
We're linked through. Yeah. Later.
Talk to you guys later.
See y'all.
See ya.
We'll see ya.